Well, actually, Gaza citizens have been living two very deadly nights of airstrikes, endless explosions. And as you see, the Israeli forces targeted at least 160 targets in the Gaza Strip. Palestinians yesterday were very satisfied about the ceasefire, and they believe that they made victory where the Palestinian resistance actually defended the Palestinians, that they had the ability to make a ceasefire agreement because they feel that the Palestinian fighters made everything that made Israel accept the ceasefire. But at the same time, people are grieving their loss. Other people lost their houses. Hundreds of families actually lost their houses. Doctors lost their clinics. Lots of people lost their education centers. And a lot of other people living surrounding the places targeted lost their windows. And it's very cold now. The weather is raining outside, and these people can't afford to put new windows and to reconstruct their houses. But at the same time, people are very happy that now there is peace upon Gaza. There's no more explosions, F-16s and everything. But at the same time, people believe that this ceasefire is very fragile because in the past months there has been also a lot of airstrikes, and there's a ceasefire between both sides under mediate with Egypt. But at the same time, they believe that they don't trust the Israelis for sure. So they believe that there's going to be an aggression in any other minute because yesterday the Great March of Return committee announced that the march is going to continue, and there's going to be a march this Friday.
Hind, how much hope is there that Hamas and Israel can reach a larger agreement? It had seemed that there had been some progress toward that front, and then we saw this eruption of violence.
Well, actually, the past 2 days, the videos, the Palestinian resistance released all the footage that the Hamas was waiting for all the soldiers to step out of the bus, and then they targeted it, and then that was very obvious that they had a message to the Israel that they have very well-developed capabilities and they're not willing to escalate. And if Hamas was willing to escalate, they would have bombed the bus with the 50 soldiers that were there. So I believe that the humanitarian situation in Gaza is very bad. Hamas is willing to ease this humanitarian situation. At the same time, Netanyahu said this in Paris, that he wants to ease the humanitarian situation. At the same time, there's Egypt and there's Qatar and there's the United Nations that are also willing to ease the humanitarian situation, because Palestinians in Gaza Strip have been living for 12 years of deadly situation, very bad economic situation, no electricity and everything. But at that time, before a week after the Qatari funds for electricity, people now have 24 hours of electricity. At the same time, money was paid for salaries for the Palestinian employees. So at the same time, there are a lot of solutions happening, but at the same time, we don't know. It's something very mysterious, and we don't know when the Israelis want to fire rockets, and at the same time, when do the Palestinians want to take revenge of all the violence they
Still sounds like there's a
days.
long way to go at that point.